Yo guys, we're gonna do a reaction video to Iceman here. um he he over that way, right? So he has hacked some items using Hero Editor, and he's just playing around with some ideas and for unique items, and maybe if we could tweak them or add some cool effects on them, it'd be really fun and cool to find some of these items. So let's do a reaction to this new one he just uploaded. I've seen other ones that he's done before, you know, um, and I don't know, like, I don't think, from what I've seen the other ones, if I recall, it's been a while, he he has some really good ideas, and so I just kind of like to talk about those, but I don't know if they're like perfect as is or what, but it would definitely require some tweaking. Anyway, let's just get into it and just see what he's got for us in this one. New bow in Diablo 2 summons Grizzly and Ravens. Okay.
What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to the Diablo Research Institution.
Thanks.
Blessings to those who like this damn video,
Thank you.
and blessings to my patrons and channel members. Links in the description below. May you have many wives.
I have one.
So, what I did here is something of great significance, alright? Now, before you get too excited, I will warn you. I created this item. And it's awesome. Maybe it's a bit OP, I don't know. I'm curious what you guys have to say in the comments below. But something that I've always liked about Diablo 2, specifically, is how you'd get certain items that would have other characters' skills on it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like there's not enough of it.
Yeah.
Not that there needs to be a crazy amount, but they could go further with that, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I agree.
Especially considering the fact that there are a lot of skills that generally just go unused anyway. And unfortunately, this is kind of one of those examples, because there's still not much of a viable summon druid anyway in Diablo 2. And that's exactly what this build enables. This item that I've created. Alright.
Item.
Now, this is a Ravenclaw bow. In name only. Because what I did is I drastically altered the Ravenclaw unique longbow. And it is now a shadow bow. Because there is no unique shadow bow anyway, so what the hell?
Oh. You know what? I never realized that. I never realized that there was not a unique shadow bow in the game. You know, just like it didn't dawn on me. Like, obviously, like, I'd never found one because it doesn't exist. But yeah, that's a good point, dude. There is no unique shadow bow in the game. Why the hell not?
But check this out, man. Ravenclaw shadow bow. This allows for a sort of huntress Amazon, if you will.
Yo, that's cool. That, that speaks to me. If you guys have seen my second D2R video ever, it was the Hunter Druid, where he uses a faith bow and has a summon army. We pre-buff and make the summon army really powerful. It's really fun. It's a really cool build. Only possible once the D2R devs updated summons so that they could be buffed a bit and you could summon all of them. So this speaks to me, a Huntress Amazon.
Which I think the game is lacking.
Yeah.
So that's why I created it. Just the embodiment of that wilderness archer with ravens and shit, and wolves and bears, or at least one bear, following her around. You know what I mean? This is a missing thing in Diablo 2, I think. And it comes alive with this build. But check this damn thing out, man.
So I'm
50% chance to cast level 44 Raven when you kill an enemy. Now, I think I'd rather have this on striking or something.
Yeah, that would be cool just to have it on strike and then just Like I notice he's got plus 50 to Raven on there. Just have it on strike and then just get rid of that plus 50 to Raven. Because, yeah, that's what I would do. I would leave those other skills. So I'm looking at it right now. I like that it's plus 20 to summon Grizzly, 20 Dire Wolf, 20 Spirit Wolf. I like that because level 20 of those is not very strong at all. Okay? So you would need like high level enchant, or you need fanaticism and might and pride. You need like everything going to even make those guys pretty decent. And at level 20 they're tanky enough though that it like finding this bow, like if you made this bow really rare, you know, like one of the elite level bows, if you made it pretty rare, finding this would be amazing because you'd have so much cover. You know, it would be like a great hardcore character Amazon weapon because you'd have so much coverage. It would be, yeah. I don't think the levels that he put on there either of 20 on each is that high because I've buffed summons to level 50 or higher and they're good. You know, like they're good when you do that. So level 20 is like nothing, honestly.
Maybe a 25% chance on striking. But unfortunately, I can't get any of these mods to work. So I got to cast the damn Ravens myself. But that's not too much of a problem because they hit like 60 times before poofing anyway. So fortunately, that's not much of a problem. But yeah, if this mod worked on the bow, I think that would be ideal. Because then you wouldn't even have to be casting Ravens at all. You just be killing shit and shooting things up.
You know, and just another thought now, since I'm on the topic here, for the Ravens, he put, I see why he put the Ravens on there because it's the Ravenclaw. And the actual Ravenclaw is a low level thing, like item that shoots explosive arrows. So it doesn't even have like a Raven type theme to it at all, right? So I understand why he put the Ravens on this one. But I think what you could do with this is like maybe just get rid of the Ravens entirely on the weapon. Just forget the name Raven at all. Just have level 20 Grizzly, level 20 Direwolf, level 20 Spirit Wolf, the increased attack speed, the enhanced damage, the blessed aim, I guess, is whatever. You might need that, maybe not. And call it something different, you know, like handlers, like missile or something. I don't know. Like something that speaks to the hunter theme or the like a druid theme, you know, or like tamer, like trainers, like something, or the like you know, taming the wild shadow bow. Taming the wild shadow bow. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff on the spot, but something like that, and then just get rid of the Raven stuff altogether.
And your Ravens would just be spawning all over the place. But stay tuned for future videos because I'm going to experiment on this a little bit more. Maybe I can get this to work. I don't know. But it's called Ravenclaw, right? So Ravens, of course, have very precise vision and they're very dexterous. So, of course, this damn thing needs blessed aim on it.
Okay.
And in this case, I put a level 20 blessed aim.
I see why he does that.
So my attack rating is just going to be awesome. And this is without the fanaticism from my mercenary. So we'll see what it all adds up to. But nonetheless, then I added 60% increased attack speed. 350% enhanced damage. Even still, this isn't up to par with Wind Force or Faith in terms of its damage output, right? We're talking 67 to 265 damage, which isn't all that impressive for a bow. It's decent, but it's not all that impressive. That's where the summons come in. So I added plus 20 to summon Grizzly, plus 20 to summon Direwolf, plus 20 to summon Spirit Wolf, and plus 50 to Raven, and I put a Nephrune in it. Now, I think the synergies will add into Raven, but I'm not entirely sure of that, if that works on other characters. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any idea if that's how this shit works. If I have, say, Raven on the bow as a skill added to any character, as well as Summon Grizzly, which is a damage synergy for Raven, Does that still work as a synergy if it's on a different character? I don't really know. Whether or not it does, the damage we're dealing with right now in terms of Raven is a level 56 Raven with the rest of my gear. So it does 733 to 790 damage per hit. And I can have 5 Ravens out at once, and they hit 67 times
It's
each.
really not bad at all.
By the way, do Amazon skills add to that? So
No.
without the Amazon skills, it's 50, or with the Amazon skills, it's level 56, and without,
56.
it's level
Yeah.
56. Yeah, so you need all skills on your gear to add to that, like High Lords, for example, because then it'll be 55 without it. So yeah, you'd rather go for all skills on things instead of just Amazon skills. Which Andy's Visage would be a great helm to go with for this build, which is why I have it. But I also have Enigma, I have High Lord's Wrath, I have War Travelers for the damage, Ravenfrost, Ring, to add to the theme of this build, being a Ravenclaw build.
There you go.
With that casts Ravens and shit. In fact, I'd like to have dual Ravenfrost, but I realized I didn't have any Mana Leech on this character, so I had to go with a Mana Heal. And then I have Laying in Pen. So this character isn't decked out, as you can see here. I do have a Torch and
no
Annie,
charms.
but I don't have any other skillers. I do have Enigma, pretty much for the teleport. Obviously, Fortitude would be far better in terms of DPS. So without my Rogue, I'm doing 1,800 multi-shot damage.
Yeah.
My Rogue has a Faith Bow, along with a Treachery Armor.
Yeah,
and
definitely
a
need
Giant Skull Helmet
if
for
you're going to
style
go
points.
physical damage, like definitely damage
And
charms.
with my Rogue,
And then
I'm doing 2,100, so nothing crazy. But here's the damage. It takes several hits. This is just players 1, all right?
yeah, I mean that's fine on players
So
one.
kind of what you would expect from a Boson.
It's seriously not bad.
All right, so here we are. So I'm going to cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ravens. Very slow cast rate, so you might want to get some cast gear. Maybe even Arak would be a good belt for this build. Then 1 Grizzly, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
3 Direwolves,
so, like-
and I think you can have...
So like I'm just gonna pause for a second. So I do think this is really cool, but I could foresee like a bunch of people being like it's just too much bleed over into the Amazon, you know? But I guess my argument against that would just be like I said in the beginning, level 20 only on these things is not that high. You know? Like even if you had 2 SOJs and Arachnid Mesh and like a Shaco and Enigma and Mara's and Annie, what would that be? Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? You'd have level 30 for each, and they still wouldn't be that good. Like they'd be pretty good. You know, you'd get tons of coverage and safety, but they're not going to be like just plowing through everything. Like, and if the bow is rare enough, like you made it like one of those level like 75 to 81 required level items, it would be so freaking awesome to find, you know?
5 Spirit Wolves, right? 5 Spirit Wolves. So check this out. It's just awesome.
Plus, you could use this on any character.
And obviously, I don't have
it's a shadow bow.
melee mercenary. Maybe you'd want to go with a Might Merc. I don't know if the Faith Bow is necessary with this build in terms of the increased attack speed breakpoints. So it might not be. I'll have to test that a bit more thoroughly, or just look into the damn numbers for that matter. Run it through a calculator. In which case, obviously, you'd get like a Might Merc with Pride runeword on it.
That's what I was saying
would be
earlier.
Just awesome. But here's the damage of my creatures. So again, the Raven is doing 790 damage per hit. They do 67 hits apiece. I can have 5 out at once. The Bear is doing 1,600 to 1,700 damage.
Yeah, see that? Okay. The Grizzly, 1,700 damage, right? At level 26 he has it at. Dude, when I like the Grizzly can get to like 10k damage when you have some auras and you pre-buff with the summon skillers and everything. So this on the Amazon is not that much at 1,700.
Very nice damage there. 4,800 life, so just an epic tank, and it's level 26 with my gear. The Dire Wolves are acceptable, 1,600 life. There's 3 of them, of course. 641 max damage, 528 to 641. And then there's the Spirit Wolves, not too impressive here, less than 1,000 life apiece at 975. But I have 5 of them out, 288 to 303 damage right there. And that's cold damage. The Dire Wolves, that's right, I only have 3 out.
Anyone else think the Spirit Wolves should do magic damage, not cold damage? That would make more sense.
At once. But okay, let's see how this functions. And really, an Enigma...
And also, just while we're on the topic of the Spirit Wolves, does anyone else think that in their description, the tooltip, it says that they're teleporting wolves? It'd be cool if once you've summoned all 5, if you cast them again, if you try to summon a 6th one, for example, they would telestop on an enemy. Just the Spirit Wolves. Just those 5 that do magic damage instead of cold damage. How cool would that be? How much stronger that would be, too? A lot stronger. Like, you could just keep the damage the same for what the cold is now. And most enemies have no resistance to magic damage at all in the game. So if you could summon 5 Spirit Wolves that do magic damage, and then when you cast the 6th one or try to, they telestop onto that area, how awesome would Summon Druid be then? You know, I think it would be really cool, like really cool, to have something like that going on the Spirit Wolves.
Might be the build might be the armor to have with this build, because of the fact that it allows you to mobilize your army and to direct them wherever the hell you want. But I mean, as you can see here, they're not doing a lot of damage, but they're still killing shit. I mean,
yeah,
hell, I
good.
could
it's acceptable.
put like a level 50 Grizzly, level 50 Direwolf and all that, but I mean...
Yeah, no, don't do that, Iceman, if you're watching this. Don't put level 50 for all that stuff. Save that for the Druid. Let the Druid be able to do that through getting enough skiller charms and everything. I've done that on my channel. If you check out some of my my off-meta builds, like my Monk Druid and my Hunter Druid, I summon a level 52 Heart of the Wolverine on my Monk Druid. Yeah, don't let other classes summon that high level. I think that's too much. I think you're good where you are.
I didn't want it to be too powerful.
Yeah, you're right, man.
For starters, anyway.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, of course, you're going to want to recast your Ravens. And let's go to Act 1, for example. And let's see how effective these summons are. And I'll even take the bow off my Mercenary. Although that's not a good idea. Now they're not going to have fanaticism. I'll keep it on them. So I'll go to, like, the cold plunge.
Yeah, like, I think it's fine that in order to make these summons work better for you, if you're not a druid, that you need plus skills, you need fanaticism, you would need might, like, or pride, or, like, whatever, concentration, or, like, blessed aim, like, enchant, you know. I think it's fine that you'd need to do all that to make them a little bit more viable.
And let's just see how much damage, for example, these Ravens do to these enemies. Oh my god. And it's cool how they blind them as well. The Ravens blind the enemies. You can even cast them closer to the enemies if you wanted to. But yeah, obviously the Druid... So there's the damage. It takes several hits to kill a Fallen.
Druid.
But still, I mean, this is all coupled with your damage, obviously. So maybe this is a good blend. I don't really know. I'll have to... I'll have to experiment a bit more with this build. And to decipher if this is like a good blend. I mean, obviously, I'm doing pretty good.
This would be amazing.
In, Act 1, Hell, Players 1 difficulty. She's killing things.
Imagine if a new ladder reset happened, and this was one of the new items in the ladder.
Quite fast. So let's see how this performs now in the Chaos Sanctuary, which is what I'm primarily interested in. And we could even see how well it does on the way to the Chaos Sanctuary. Here, let's take off the bow of my Mercenary.
It's going to slow him down a lot, I bet.
Bow is off. The summons are alive. Check this out. Yeah, it's not bad. Here's even a unique here. Bilethorn the Mauler. Very slow at killing it. It is cold enchanted, so basically my Spirit Wolves aren't doing too much damage to him. Yeah, but I mean, nonetheless, I mean, they're tanks. You know, the Ravens are blind and things. So I don't really know if ideally you'd want this to have more DPS in terms of the pets or not.
Like I said again, no, I think you're good with level 20 on each of those. And there's so many ways to make them stronger with other classes already. Barbarian can make them more tanky with battle orders. Paladin can give them any number of auras. You know, you could just max fanaticism with a paladin and then put on like might pride on a Act 2 mercenary. You could put on infinity for the convictions that lowers their defense and all that, and then your spirit wolves are stronger. Like, although unless you made the change, like I said earlier, where the spirit wolves do magic damage, it wouldn't. But anyway, no, you're good. Don't leave it at 20.
I'll put on the fake
I wish
bow.
this was an item that was coming to
give them all a
D2R.
boost. Of course, that doesn't
With
help
a
the
couple
Ravens
tweaks.
because Ravens don't benefit from auras, but it does help everything else basically. So it looks like I actually did lose a wolf, whilst a spirit wolf. All right, so now I'll just start shooting things.
You know, and you could even have a complementary unique to this, where it's a hunter bow, like a low tier hunter bow, the red one, you know, and it has a couple dire wolves or spirit wolves on it, you know. Like, why not? Because that's actually a hunter bow, you know. And then the elite version could be this one, the shadow bow, right?
Oh my god! Oh, this is awesome! Look at this, a Polaroid. I just found a Polaroid 2 videos ago, and my boss run video, which was kind of a good time. Right, and the knockback in this bow is pretty epic.
Yeah, you put
Alright,
a
so
Nephrune in it
let's
to make it
head to the
have a
Chaos
knockback.
Sanctuary.
That's cool.
This character is a bit vulnerable, as you can see. The resists kind of suck. But the thing is, I mean, you're a ranger here, basically. And you're a ranger with an army of pets. So it helps mitigate damage even more, obviously.
Yeah, your safety is really good.
But, I mean, I think this is kind of interesting. I'm curious what you guys have to say about it. What changes would you make to this bow? I would like to do this in, like, an eagle horn, for example. But I had a problem getting a little birdie to bring me the damn eagle horn. So the little birdie had to just kind of reinvent Ravenclaw.
I guess the base for eagle horn could be okay. You would lose attack frames though. That's the only thing. But I guess if you're gonna put 60% increased attack speed, it might be okay. I do like shadow bow a lot for its pairing of pretty good average damage with pretty fast attack frames too. So I don't know. I like I like that it would be a shadow bow, I guess, and not have to be, what is it, like a crusader bow or something that's eagle horn.
But eagle horn would be interesting because, of course, eagle horn sucks big, you know what. But it's
Eagle horn's not bad, dude. Iceman. Eagle horn's not bad. It's got ignore target's defense. It's got max damage based on character level. It's got 1 to Amazon skills. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
kind of a cool bow. It's just lacking a bit too much. I mean, it has an embedded knockback feature, which is awesome. It has a ton of attack rating, but it just kind of sucks otherwise. It's subpar, of course, to Wind Force to quite an extent. Even Witch-Willed String would probably perform better than it anyway. But on top of that, of course, there's Faith and there's the new Mist Bow. Oh, the minions actually killed some stuff right there. So I don't know if I would dare attempt this.
Mist is excellent on a Act 1 Rogue Mercenary with Cold. Or I guess either one, really. The 100% Pierce makes the Act 1 Rogue Mercenary like 3 times as strong.
On Player's 8 difficulty. But this is chill. This is actually a cool build. This is a great idea.
I wish we could toggle the Firestorm from the torch, you know? Because look, it's like melee characters. If you don't want it on there, it'd be nice if you could turn it off.
Look at this amazing invention. Raven, look at that. I can't believe I pulled that out of my tail. in a look at this, a unique hatchet in just over the course of a few minutes. I would like to come up with other items, because basically what this is about, it's experimenting with items that nobody uses, making them usable and interesting. You know what I mean? So this is just one example. But what comes to your minds in terms of upgrading items in Diablo 2 that just no one uses? Of course, this isn't really a...
Dude, I've got a series of videos compiling on my channel about why items suck. And that's part of what I do on my channel too. Talk about unique items that really suck and they just don't have a place in the game for whatever reason, and they need another look. They need an update.
A great example, because it's just a normal mode item, Ravenclaw, and people use it for getting rushed anyway by an enchant sorceress. But I mean, if you could up it or change the stats or roll different stats on it, maybe it would be good for early game and end game. Maybe that's not a bad idea either. But basically, this wasn't supposed to be Ravenclaw bow. It was supposed to be Eaglehorn. So just imagine this damn thing being Eaglehorn, and what do you think of that?
I think Eaglehorn's fine. Leave it. I just think I like the idea of making a unique shadow bow in the game, for sure.
Eaglehorn's quite rare, actually, as well. It's not quite as rare as Windforce, but do you think I overdid it with this bow?
No.
Is there any changes you would make to it?
Just ditch.
Do you think I should take away any of the stats?
Ditch the Ravens, honestly.
Again, I think it would be ideal if it would cast Ravens on striking, rather, because then you wouldn't have to do the annoying thing of recasting them. Like right now, for example, even though they do 60-some hits apiece, I'm already down to 1 Raven once again.
Yeah.
So let me get those Ravens out.
I would just change the theme from Raven to just focus more on the wolves and the bear, and not have any Raven theme. It's
kind of a multi-shot build, where I've maxed out multi-shot and I maxed out its single synergy, which is guided arrow. Multi-shot still only does 3/4 weapon damage. So there is that to factor in. And again, my damage with my... Oh, my mercenary's been dead. All right, let's go...
Yeah, you didn't have fanaticism and you were doing okay.
Let's go resurrect him. All right, so with the mercenary's fanaticism, and check out that attack rating with the fanaticism as well. Pretty impressive. They keep getting out of range, but 17,000 attack rating. What the hell's going on here? 14,000. What the hell? 14,000 attack. Except, what the hell? Is there some sort of problem here? Seems like there's some sort of problem with how it alternates between fanaticism and blessed aim or something. I didn't realize that would be an issue.
Yeah, is something wrong with blessed
that's
aim?
Interesting.
Does anyone know?
It doesn't affect the damage. So the damage. Oh my god. Does it affect the damage? Yeah, we're having some sort of problem. Maybe her range is just that bad.
It shouldn't be.
A level 15 fanaticism, I think, has a decent range to it, so I don't think that's the problem.
No, I think something's just
yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here.
It might just be weird with the item that you made.
In the proper vicinity.
Yeah, maybe it's just the item because you hacked it and you put on that blessed aim aura. Maybe the game.
All right, we'll see how well this deals with Satan.
The game just doesn't know what to do with it or something, you know.
And of course, you can strafe a little bit with this as well. Strafe is great with knockback. Because it works with every arrow. Unlike multi-shot, where only the center 2 arrows, I believe, will be able to possess knockback, or any other coefficients or procs or whatever the hell you call them. All right, nice pair of boots. In fact, I'm gonna hold on to those. And then against the bosses, you would just stand back and use guided arrow. And in this case, I'll teleport volume so my army can start working on them. And then I'll just guided arrow them. But I'm curious what you guys have to say about this. What other items do you think could use modifications?
Yeah, that's
and what modifications would you like to see on them? If you have any interesting ideas, I could incorporate it in a future video, all right? And I'll shout you out if you want me to, for whatever that's worth. Huh? So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Again, if you will, like the damn video, subscribe to the page. Ooh, Superior Dust Crowd. Oh my god. Look at this. 12 enhanced defense, almost perfect. But it also has the durability, which I think adds to the repair cost by quite a bit. But yeah, pretty nice Dust Crowd right there. 524 defense with 4 sockets.
Okay.
But like the damn video if you will, and thank you to my people.
Like the damn video if you will. Alright, there you go. Like. So, yeah, what'd you guys think? Did you like my reaction to his hacked item? Do you think I should do more of these? This is the first one I've done where it's a reaction video. I want to do more of these because I like that someone is taking the initiative to try to bring some new ideas for D2R. I know there are mods out there. I'm not as interested in those. I'm interested in D2R and getting the word out to the developers who are in maintenance mode or not working on it anymore, and trying to reach them and tell them, like, guys, Diablo 2 is one of the best games ever made. Could you please continue to do some stuff with it? And if they just don't have any monetary reason to do so, well, maybe that should be brought up in the conversation too. I'm not saying that we should charge money for one unique item or something like that. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all, okay? But if there was, you know, if they had a plan to bring some things to the game, you know, that would be great. But it, like Iceman here, he said he made this item in like a few minutes. It's like, that's all it takes, you know? So, yeah, and obviously there's balancing and bugs to work out and all that. But that item as it was, I think you could probably just get rid of the aura if it was interfering. Get rid of the ravens altogether, the proc, because he says it wasn't really working. So just get rid of it, and then get rid of the ravens. Just keep the attack speed, the enhanced damage, and give you level 20 Grizzly, level 20 Direwolf, level 20 Spirit Wolf. Make an update to Spirit Wolf so that they can do magic damage at the very least, if not also when you cast, once you're at max capacity for 5, then they will cast on the location you cast, like a telestomp of their own. Because in the tooltip it says they're teleporting wolves, but they don't, you know, really teleport all that much. So those are the things that I would want from D2R devs if they were to implement this item. And I think it's good where it's at, level 20, because I don't think that you should make it so that the druid is no longer any good at all with his summons, you know? So, like, if everyone got, like, a level 50 Grizzly, level 50 Spirit Wolf, level 50 Direwolf, and you could put it on any character, it'd be kind of nuts. Here's the other question. Once you swap weapons, do the summons stay or not? I imagine for this one, I would say no, right? I would probably have to say no. Like, you can't just summon all of them and then swap weapons to something else, like a Faith or a Wind Force or something. I think you'd have to continue to use the item, or otherwise they just disappear. However, there are weird things in the game where certain, like if you have charges of an ability, you could get some of them to stay. So, like a barbarian could use a wolf howl and like a crescent moon in one hand, and then he could use a beast in the other, and he could summon all of them at level whatever, right? Whatever his plus skills are, and then he could switch, and then he could start frenzying with all of them. So, and they would all stay. Like the bear and all the wolves would stay if you kept those 3 items with their charges, you know? Anyway, guys, that's the video. That's my reaction to Iceman's hacked summoning bow on a shadow bow. I like it. I like it a lot. I do think it would need some of the tweaks that I mentioned, though. Of course, those are my ideas, so I'm biased. But that's what I think. What do you guys think? All right, later. Bye.